All right, folks, it's officially week 9 of the 2016 NCAA college football season. So, believe it or not, we're only about 5, 6 weeks away from the conference championship game. So, we're way, way beyond the halfway point now. All right, so for Friday's games, obviously can't do Virginia Tech versus Pittsburgh because it happened on Thursday night. VT1, in case you're wondering. So, going to Friday's games, we got Navy at South Florida. Actually, a surprisingly decent little matchup. South Florida, my mistake, is a 6.5 point favorite, over under 65.5. I'm going to say go over, and I'm going to give it to Navy by 6.5 points. They're a very, very good team. I think they'll win this one as the underdog. All right, so for our Saturday games, West Virginia and Oklahoma State. I'm not really a believer in West Virginia. I know they have a 6-0 record, but I still don't think they're as good as their record indicates. We got West Virginia as a 3.5 point favorite, over under 65. I'm going to go over 65, and I'm going to take Oklahoma State here with the upset. I think they win by at least 3.5 points. Michigan and Michigan State, a noon game. Huge Big Ten implications for this one. It looks like we got Michigan as a 24.5 point favorite, over under is 54.5. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. This might just be my upset of the year. I'm going to take Michigan State. I think they're going to go in there and they're going to win by a field goal. So they don't cover the spread, but you still get the upset there. Over under 54, I'm going to say go under that one. So the Spartans with a huge upset there, and we have even more anarchy now in the Big Ten. Penn State at Purdue. I hate Penn State for obvious reasons. They're a 14 point favorite. Purdue's a pretty bad team, 56.5 over under. Let's take it over. Penn State should cover that spread, no problem. Louisville at Virginia, 33.5 points for Louisville. I'll dial it down to about 24 points only, so it's not that bad of a destruction. Over under 70, I'm going to say under. I don't think Virginia's going to put up many points at all. Ohio State at Northwestern. Ohio State's a 28 point favorite. They're out to get revenge for what happened last week. So I think 28, if anything, might be a vast undercount of the points that the Buckeyes are going to score. Over under 53, I'm going to say go over. I think Ohio State alone will probably score more than that in the game. So there's that. Washington at Utah. This should be a really good one. Washington's an 11 point favorite, over under 53. I'm going to take it under 53. Washington wins, but I'm going to give it to them by 7. So there's that. Baylor at Texas. Baylor's got to lose eventually. Right now, Baylor's a 3.5 point favorite. Over under 73.5. It will be under, but dab nabbit, I'm going to go with Texas with the upset. I think they win by a field goal. And more NCAA anarchy follows. Florida at Georgia, a game that really doesn't mean anything this year. Florida's an 8 point favorite. I think that's a pretty good spread. I'll take 8 points for Florida. Over under 43.5. It's going to be well under 43. Not a whole lot of points scored in this one. Boise State and Wyoming, over under 63. Boise State's a 13.5 point favorite. Boise State wins a lot of close games. They win it, but it's only going to be about 6 points. Kansas at Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a 40.5 point favorite, 68.5 over under. I'll give it to Oklahoma by 24 points, over under. Let's go slightly over 68.5. Nebraska at Wisconsin, another really good game. Wisconsin, 9.5 point favorite, over under 43. I'm going with underdog. I think Nebraska's going to win this one by 7 points. Definitely under 43, though, for the over-under. Auburn at Ole Miss. Auburn on a roll. They're a 4 point favorite, 63.5 over-under. I think Auburn's going to win by at least a touchdown. So give them 7. Over-under 63.5. Let's go under. Tennessee at South Carolina. 14 points for Tennessee. I'll give it to them by 7. Over-under 50.5. I'm going to go slightly over. New Mexico State at A&M. A&M's a 43.5 point favorite. Over-under 71.5. I'm going to go a little bit over that. I feel very hard giving any team a 43 point spread, but I think A&M will probably get at least 40 points on this one. And lastly, Clemson at Florida State. Clemson a 4 point favorite, over under 60. I'm going to go under 60, and you knew it was going to happen. I'm going to call the upset. I think Florida State goes in there and wins this one. They win it by 4 points. So there we go, a lot of upsets, some huge gargantuan national championship shaking upsets going on this weekend. So just to recap, if we're paying attention, got Navy over South Florida. I've got Oklahoma State over West Virginia. I've got Michigan State upsetting Michigan. Penn State over Purdue, Louisville over Virginia, Ohio State winning big over Northwestern, Washington over Utah, Texas over Baylor in a big upset, Florida beating Georgia as expected, Boise State barely scraping by Wyoming, Oklahoma over Kansas, Nebraska beating Wisconsin, Auburn over Ole Miss, Tennessee over South Carolina, A&M winning easy over New Mexico State, and Florida State upsetting Clemson. So it looks like we actually have a pretty good slate of games coming up this Saturday. I'm going to be glued to my tube, and so should you. And as always, do not, for any reason, vote on sports, be it professional or college, because that is wrong. Go put your money in the stock market where it's legal and you have less safeguards and you can destroy your family's fortune a whole lot quicker. I'll be seeing you on the field.